Dirking, a busy weekend ahead marks the first time that walkers and drivers will have to share the roads and the sidewalks with new dockless electric scooters.
More than 100 bird scooters showed up yesterday. Local 12's Joe WEBB is live downtown with how the city administration and the police were rather blindsided by this, Joe.
Well, Rob, this weekend will be a big test for a lot of people. It'll be the first big test for these bird scooters as crowds will fill downtown Cincinnati for the Music Festival, for an FC Cincinnati friendly with RCD Espanyol and Red Series against the Phillies. People seem to be enjoying the bird scooters, but they really aren't sure if they will last.
That's because they've been banned in several cities, including San Francisco, Denver, Beverly Hills, and St. Paul, Minnesota. The biggest complaint is that the scooters can be parked anywhere. There's no dock. In downtown today, we found them parked in the middle of sidewalks, some of them out of the way, unless, of course, you were downtown sweeping up. Like them or not, they are being used in Cincinnati a lot. We found two GE workers who had just used their break to take a spin.
Honestly, they're a lot of fun. I mean, if it can get me back home quickly, then I think it's done its job.
They're really good. I mean, they take you everywhere. You can go and get a coffee, you can go and get lunch, visit friends, so it's pretty convenient.
Once you've downloaded the Bird app, a credit card and a driver's license is all you need to hit the road. It costs $1 plus 15 cents a minute. That adds up to $10 if you ride for 1 hour. The rental agreement requires a helmet and no riding on the sidewalk. We saw no helmets in use today and a few people riding on the sidewalk. That's another big issue. Tamika and Teneshia are in town for the music festival from St. Paul, where the birds have already been banned.
I don't want to have to deal with it on a sidewalk. Being ran over, I have to worry about traffic in the street. I shouldn't have to worry about traffic on a sidewalk. You know, so I don't think they should be allowed.
I think they should take them off like St. Paul did.
There is no talk about that in Cincinnati. In fact, there is no talk at all. Police were not notified the birds were coming, neither was City Hall. They're waiting to comment. So for now, the birds are soaring. But even frequent flyers are concerned it won't be long before their wings are clipped.
I think there's too many other safer ways of transportation here in the city that are encouraged, so I don't know that the birds are going to be able to stick around because of that.
Now, some cities have put in temporary bans until they can write specific regulations for dockless scooters. In St. Louis, they shut them down because they didn't have a business permit. Really don't think they have a business permit, any kind of permit here in Cincinnati, because police and city administrators say they were surprised when the birds arrived earlier this week. Progressive cities are put in a very tough spot by operations like this. They want to be supportive of entrepreneurs and startups, but they still want some regulatory control over their neighborhoods. So I think it's safe to say, Rob, this story is far from over. But for now, the birds can fly. Rob?
You know, my son rode one of these yesterday, and he sent me a note and said it was great. He had a wonderful time. But are people paying attention to the traffic signals and things like that, Joe, or are they just going through the intersection?
You know, to me, I think the best analogy is a lot of people are riding these the way they ride bicycles. This guy on this bicycle right here, this red bike, he's out on the street. He's obeying the traffic signals, you know, but you know a lot of people run through red lights on bicycles. People take bicycles on the sidewalk. Not everybody does it by the rules. Now, you see this guy, though, he didn't have a helmet on either. But people are doing it the way they ride bikes. Some of them are obeying the signals. Some of them are not. But so far, I haven't seen anybody really inconvenienced by one of these bird scooters, and I haven't seen anybody really placed in any danger. But, you know, it's only day 2.
Very well said. We saw you on one yesterday. Did a good job. Joe, thanks very much. The bird scooters are only on the street from about 7 a.m. until dusk. At night, they are collected by workers called chargers who recharge the batteries and do any necessary repairs.